Bpsc has taken a decision which according to me was on insufficient grounds. Now may I draw your Lordship's attention to two documents, that is P10 and P11 in volume 2. Unfortunately, without the English translation is not really very good, so I'll read it out in Hindi, and if your Lordship requires, I will just translate roughly what it means.
Page?
At page 624. This is Preshad Dakshkishore Lal, Variya Up Samartha, Patna Sir Variya Dandadhikari. That is the DM. सेवा में जिला पदाधिकारी पटना सचिव उपर्युक्त विषय संदर्भ में सादर सूचित करना है कि दिनांक 13/12/24 को बापू परीक्षा केंद्र कुमरान में बिहार लोक सेवा आयोग पटना द्वारा आयोजित ये संयुक्त प्रतियोगिता के दौरान मुझे वरीय दंडाधिकारी के रूप में प्रतिनियुक्त किया गया था। परीक्षा की तिथि को सभी प्रतिनियुक्त दंडाधिकारी, पुलिस अधिकारी एवं पुलिस बल समय अपने कर्तव्य पर उपस्थित थे। सभी परीक्षार्थियों को भी शांति में प्रवेश कराया गया। परीक्षा केंद्र पर प्रश्नोत्तर भी समय उपस्थित थे। सभी परीक्षार्थियों को भी शांति में प्रवेश कराया गया। परीक्षा केंद्र पर प्रश्नोत्तर भी समय करीब 10:35 बजे पूर्व में जोनल अधिकारी द्वारा उपलब्ध कराया गया। विधिवत तरीके से प्रश्न पत्र का सील्ड बॉक्स खोलने के पश्चात प्रत्येक ब्लॉक ए एंड बी के विभिन्न कमरों में प्रश्न पत्र एवं RSCL सेट का सील्ड पैकेट उपलब्ध कराया जाने लगा। प्रश्न पत्र वितरण में 10-15 मिनट विलंब होने के पर कुछ परीक्षार्थी केंद्र अधीक्षक एवं शिक्षकों के समझाने के बावजूद के विलंब के लिए अतिरिक्त समय दिया जाएगा हंगामा होने लगा। परीक्षार्थियों को आपत्ति इस बिंदु पर भी थी कि उनके ही कमरे में सील बॉक्स को क्यों नहीं खोला गया। शोरगुल सुनकर अन्य कई कमरों में कुछ परीक्षार्थी उनके ही कमरे में सील बॉक्स को क्यों नहीं खोला गया। शोरगुल सुनकर अन्य कई कमरों में कुछ छात्र भी बाहर निकल गए एवं बुकलेट एवं उपस्थिति पत्रक छीनकर गए। उनके द्वारा ये अफवाह भी फैलाई जा रही थी कि परीक्षा रद्द हो गई है, जिसके कारण कुछ अन्य परीक्षार्थी भी बाहर आ गए तथा बुकलेट एवं OMR शीट लेकर परीक्षा केंद्र के बाहर परिसर में एकत्रित हो गए। So the question papers went out. उन्हीं में से एक परीक्षार्थी ने ट्रंक से प्रश्न पत्र का पैकेट लूट लिया और हाथ में लगाते हुए समूह के साथ गेट तोड़कर बाहर निकल गया। परीक्षार्थियों के कई कमरों में जाकर उपस्थित पत्रक आदि पत्रों को क्षतिग्रस्त कर दिया गया। इसके बावजूद उपस्थित दंडाधिकारी एवं पुलिस बल द्वारा स्थिति को नियंत्रित करते हुए शेष परीक्षा को संपन्न कराया गया। सूचना प्राप्त होते ही जिला पदाधिकारी एवं वरीय पुलिस अधीक्षक पटना भी केंद्र पर पहुंचे और स्थिति को नियंत्रित किया। अन्यथा भारी तोड़फोड़ एवं आगजनी पर परीक्षा इसके अतिरिक्त कुछ परीक्षार्थी तोड़फोड़ एवं अन्य प्रकार से व्यवधान उत्पन्न करने पर आतुर थे ताकि किसी तरीके परीक्षा निरस्त हो जाए। अतः जिम्मेवार परीक्षार्थी एवं उपद्रव के संग ये किया जाए। Now, my lord, if your lordship will kindly see at page 638, 633, sorry, 633. This is the resolution passed by the Bpsc.
The examination in all the centers started at
12.
12 for every center.
For every center.
And the duration of the examination was how?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Till 2 o'clock.
So if there is some disturbance in this particular center where most candidates were writing the exams. And if the question papers are leaked from there, how does it reach the examinees in the other centers?
They sent him by both WhatsApp messages. In fact, it was all over
No,
social media.
In the examination hall, are they allowed with the mobile phone?
They say, Milord, that jammers are installed. But fact of the matter is that students actually complained that there were no jammers. In fact, Milord,
There may not be jammers, but are they permitted to enter the hall?
Without mobile, they cannot carry mobile.
Officially no.
Officially no.
Officially no.
Officially no. So therefore,
Officially no.
we will have to presume that mobiles were not allowed. So
Officially.
even if from center B, the question papers were leaked, how could it reach the examiners?
Milord, actually what has happened is this, that I would think, Milord, that it was essential for Bpsc to have conducted an investigation as to what was the effect of this paper leak, Milord, on the other centers. Where is, Milord, that consideration? That consideration is missing. Now for them
Because there has been a paper leak, hasn't led to the conclusion that the examinees also got access to
Yes.
know the answers
Yeah.
were to be written.
Yes, Milord.
Unless there is some specific proof,
Yeah.
how should we?
Milord,
Yes.
we have made
What is
complaints about
the proof?
we made complaints
What
about
is the proof? We could have understood if in some other center the examination starts at 2 o'clock. With the proof,
we made complaints
what
about
is the proof? We could have understood if in some other center the examination starts at 2 o'clock with the same set of question papers.
yes,
We could have understood.
yeah.
But it's a 2-hour duration exam. Now the incident started after the question papers were distributed, right? It must have taken some time, 25-30 minutes time. Thereafter it must have been leaked. By the time it would reach the other examination centers, it would be 2 p.m.
Milord, this is for us to assume.
And most important, time it would reach the other examination centers, it would be 2 p.m.
Milord, this is for us to assume.
And most importantly, you have to show, since you are the petitioner, you have to show that there is some evidence to the effect that the answers reach the examinees in the other centers. So how do you prove that?
The two things.
Connection is missing. Now for them
Because
to
there has been a paper leak, hasn't led to the conclusion that the examinees also got access to
Yes.
know the answers
Yeah.
were to be written.
yes, Milord.
Unless there is some specific proof, how should we?
Milord, we have made complaints about.
What is the proof?
We made complaints
What
about.
is the proof? We could have understood if in some other center the examination starts at 2 o'clock with the same set of question papers.
Yes,
We could have understood.
yeah.
But it's a 2-hour duration exam. Now the incident started after the question papers were distributed, right? It must have taken some time, 25-30 minutes time. Thereafter it must have been leaked. By the time it would reach the other examination centers, it would be 2 p.m.
Milord, this is for us to assume.
And most importantly, you have to show, since you are the petitioner, you have to show that there is some evidence to the effect that the answers reach the examinees in the other centers. So how do you prove that?
So two things. Roughly at about after the papers were distributed, 12:31, on Twitter, Telegram, and WhatsApp, the papers are circulating widely. So those photographs of that circulation we have filed in our.
Circulation might be there, Mr. Gonzalez.
Second,
How does it
what is it? We are showing that we have, my lord, videos. Videos taken from inside the examination, all while the examination. Students moving, students talking, students discussing at each other's tables.
Cheating.
Widespread. So we got a load of some videos from.
Was it produced before the High Court?
Yes.
Was it produced?
Yes.
You have to show from the High Court judgment,
Yeah, I'll get.
or you have
Is it
there
produced?
from the pleadings.
No, is it produced? I would like to take instructions. It's produced here, yes.
No, the High Court.
It came from videos from which center? The concerned center? Because sometimes the 5 years is leading. the persons who were responsible for doing the exam, the DM and the examination center in charge, are now put in charge of the investigation. The same body. How will you get the truth out?
Investigation that can be.
Yes.
Milan, the video clips are actually the High Court also takes note of it, Milan.
Very slow.
Okay. All right.
नेट पे
My instructions are within written submissions and that.
Sir, if you come to page 71, 103, Roman 7, the evidence offered by the petitioners for mass scale malpractice and paper leak are only Facebook and X Twitter posts. Post the examination. This is what was produced.
But, actually, there were a number of writ applications, and we say that there were video clips.
No, but these are findings on facts. What was produced before the court. We cannot overlook this.
Plus, these clips will have to be shown to the people in charge of the other examination halls. Not of this examination center, the other examination center.
वो सरकार की तरफ से
And for this examination center, it was cancelled.
Yes,
My lord, the instruction has said.
But just 1 minute. If there is senior advocate, pass on the instructions to the senior advocate. Separate matter? Connected matter, but separate matter.
Yes.
Very well. We'll hear. Yes, Madam Prakash and Mr. Gonzalez, show us where is this video that you're talking about? Being introduced before the High Court.
I have a different point in a different petition once I done earlier.
Pertaining to the same examination.
Yes, these three are together.
Yeah, that it was given to them.
Why you got
But I also got the petition.
another petition?
Yes.
my lord, in my which is item number 46 here.
Show us from the judgment.
In
In
Anand,
judgment, my lord, actually, in judgment, that has not been considered, my lord. That has not been.
Very well. You find out from your petition where have you pleaded that you will be producing this particular video. Just find out.
in Anand
Yes.
legal, it is there without at page 112.
Because
the writ
Anand,
petition.
Anand legal.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. My lord, in my matter, it is 46.
In your matter only, I am saying safe one also. So we are
My lord, can I assist in my matter? Because my matter, the basic is different.
Anand legal, page 112.
No, my lord.
What is-
In Anand Legal Aid Forum Trust, the page is Legal Aid Forum Trust. This is a trust, my lord. Registered trust. You said anything there?
This is motivated by the this coaching centers.
No, no,
There's some
no, my
public
lord, that's not
interest.
from.
Some public interest litigant.
No, my lord, I am
This is
independent.
this is good on that. What is
It
the
is
coaching centers?
a trust.
Legal.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
मैं आया तो
My lord,
लगा दे
in my matter, it is 46.
in your matter only, I am saying safe one also.
My lord, can I assist in my matter? Because my matter, the basic is different.
Anand legal, page 112.
No, my lord.
What is-
In Anand Legal Aid Forum Trust, the page is Legal Aid Forum Trust. This is a trust, my lord. Registered trust. You said anything there?
This is motivated by the this coaching centers.
No,
There's some public interest litigant.
No, my lord, I'm
This is
in the exam are there, why should we hear you? Because, my lord, I have already moved before this. Also, no vested interest. No, my lord, there is no vested interest, my lord, because firstly I went before this one.
We can understand that for circumstances beyond the control of the public at large, they cannot move, and on their behalf, you are espousing their cause.
Yes, my lord.
But here, the aggrieved agree. Examining the parties for the High Court. Why should we hear the task?
Before that, I moved before this one.
No.
Yeah, locus standi is a normal principle. You must have the locus standi to come to court. You only relax it when the person is incapable of coming to the court. It is meant for the underprivileged. It is not meant for those who are capable of coming to the court.
And so many people have come to
Look at
court.
galaxy of lawyers here. They are admitting there is dearth of representation here. No, my lord. Then why should we entertain a person who does not have any locus standi? I just want to make you see the standing doctrine is that normally it should not be relaxed. That's the settled law. It's not some interloper will profit no at a drop of a hat. Who are you? You have grave suspicion about you. No, my lord. See, there's all sorts of coaching centers are all behind it.
When
When the people who are sitting in the exam are here before you, why should we have a trust?
page 16.
You have a better right than them.
Paragraph
Why should we have a better right than the standing doctrine of locus standi? It's normally not to be relaxed unless until it's an underprivileged, someone from jail who doesn't have the means to approach this court. This has become an industry, the public interest litigation.
Page 16 and paragraph 5, if your lordship will find.
Page 16 and paragraph 5 of what?
5A, that's a judgment. The impugned order.
Page 16, paragraph 5.
By way of interrogatory application 2/25, the petitioner in the PIL sought permission to bring on record additional documents and video clips in pen drives. The necessary directions issued by the commission were also brought on record to suggest that none of the important advisings, such as like opening of question papers, etc. What has been brought on record are various messages. Some of the students charged that there was a leak of question papers around 1 p.m. in the day, which was circulated through mobile phones, and at one of the centers, answers to the questions were being announced from outside on loudspeakers. So this was the effect of the paper leak.
Huh? That center is only said one of the centers.
One of the centers.
One of the centers. Where is this center?
Concern center where exam was cancelled.
Concern center where exam was
Exam was cancelled.
Yeah, that is in there.
Very well. Where is application number 2 of 25? Where is application number 2 of 25? What is it reading there?
Yeah, that is not
That's in the PI.
Whoever it is, if you are referring to this is not your document, madam.
no.
Therefore, you can't rely on it.
One minute.
You can't rely on it. If you don't have application number 2 of 2020.
I was only looking to address your lordship.
Right.
Your lordship asked
But
me
this is not
whether there was any video
This is not the way. This is
So
not.
this is the answer to it, that there was a video clip which you bring blood produced before the High Court. Now,
First comes whether it was there. Second comes the point of authenticity. How much can we rely on such a thing? And what is the statement that is made in the basic reading? That is IA. What has he said anything about the particular center? One of the center, what is that one of the center?
that we could produce that earlier also because it's an urgent.
Are the examinations are held in a public garden that you can hear a loudspeaker? We have all been examinees. We normally sit in an examination center. It's normally in a school.
I'm so
not
sorry.
here.
I'm so sorry, Vinod, but ground reality is completely something else.
So please show us that center. Please show us that center is open.
That
You can
center.
hear the loudspeaker.
We may not be aware of what is happening in one particular state.
Show us that you will not show us.
Cannot
that center.
import our own knowledge there.
Show us that name of that
But
center.
show us what is the reading there.
Yes.
But we could show that we could bring it on record.
No, you show us the IA.
Right now, what that I wanted to show was that actually your lord's query fell as to whether these documents have been, video clips have been put in because
Please understand. It can't be such a thing. You have to show us the video clip. You have to show us the name of the center, where it was done, who was impacted. Anything can be invented. Madam, today in digital world, anything can be invented. You know that. Today you cannot believe what you are seeing, what you are hearing. We see that on a daily basis. See, you are not supposed to believe what you are hearing and what you are seeing.
I wish.
But that's a fact. Madam, please understand, that's a fact. It's a very serious matter.
Even this application does not seem to have been allowed.
You please file it if you have it. File it.
We'll file it. We'll file it. We'll bring it on record.
Bring it on record.
There's no doubt about it. Now, the one thing that I wanted to show, Milord, if your Lordship will kindly see, one minute. Milord, what was the core issue before, Milord, the High Court? If your Lordship will kindly turn, Milord, to page 14. Or even 16, Milord, paragraph 4 on it. Now, this is, Milord, in fact, which was the matter. And adverting to the unfairness in the holding of examination, the petitioner, whose locus has seriously been challenged, has pointed out that the commission had issued notification such and such, such and such. So this is what they say, Milord. Now, that is also there, there's no doubt about it, Milord. When we are concerned, we have said, Milord, paragraph 7, our writ, it's CWJC number 3.
Madam, this is Papu Kumar's petition.
Please.
Show us from your writ petition what are you. First, let us see your writ petition.
Writ petition. Page, volume. Volume. This in the IEM, Milord.
All the petitioners were asked to appear from the same center.
Not in the same center. They were in other centers.
Let us see the writ petition. Let us see the writ.
We are from different centers.
You are from different centers. So let us see what were the